Welcome to EBA 101 online tutorials. Today we're going to be talking about score sheets and scorekeeping. When you scorekeep, first thing you do is you want to make sure you're filling out the top line. So that includes your team name, the date you play. If you know the team you're playing, you can put their team name down, otherwise they are responsible for it. Make sure you put down the court you're playing on and what division you're in. When filling out your score sheet, this is the proper way to do it. You want to make sure you're using full names, so first name, last name, and the number. If you're organized enough, you can either try and put everything alphabetically, or to help the scorekeeper out, put everything down numerically. A bad way to do a score sheet is like so. Writing a team or someone's name down with no last name, using a nickname, using initials for a last name, again, nicknames, no last name, not a full name, so even just putting the initial, you need to put the full name down. You need a name, you can't throw the number down. No, make sure it's legible, you can actually read it, no initials. It's okay to mess up on a number. If you didn't know the guy's number, you thought he changed it, you can cross out and rewrite it. But otherwise, try and make sure everything is legible. When scorekeeping, the best way to do it is when someone scores, if they score 2 points, put down the number, put it down here, mark it down up here. You can either mark it as a single, a double, or if they make a 3-pointer, mark it here. So anytime something happens, so let's say a score, mark it down. Like so. What you don't want to do is stuff like this. Numbers, just writing scores down. That doesn't work. This is the most important part of the score sheet. This is the official score. Even if the scoreboard says something, whatever this says down here is what the official score is. So you always have to make sure when you're filling out the score sheet, you're filling out this part first. For fouls, when the ref gives you a number, let's say they called it on 32, you mark it down here, find the number up here, and you mark it. With a foul, you can either use a tick, or if you want to do it properly, mark it down with a letter. So P means personal foul. Then a technical, write down a T, and unsportsmanlike is a U. If you have troubles, you can always ask the referee. He will help you. But the key is always make sure you mark it down here for the running fouls in each quarter. Starting on the 5th foul, you'll be shooting bonus on every foul. When someone's calling a timeout, find out whatever team calls it, cross it off here. Every team gets 2 timeouts in the first half, 2 timeouts in the second half. If you go to overtime, you only get 1 timeout. There are no carryovers, so if you don't use any of your timeouts in the first half, you can't use them in the second half. Even if you haven't used any timeouts in the second half, you only get 1 timeout in overtime. That is very important. When the game is over, try and fill out the bottom of the score sheet, so what time the game started, what time it ended, did you have both officials on time, did you have 2 officials? That is very important. If there's a port, that means if you're doing a write-up on the incident, either you had a strong issue with another team or with the officials, and you have a complaint to submit, do not write it on the score sheet. Do not write it on the back of the score sheet. When you get home, send an email to the EBA director. Our email is listed right here. So if you have any questions, email our executive director. When the game's over, the winning team is responsible for submitting the score sheet. So we have different ways. You can either, one, drop it off at the front desk at the Seville Center, or you can email or fax it in from home. But you have 2 days to submit it. If you have any questions, you can always reach us at EBA@edmontonbasketball.org.